Yo, what up, tubers? Back for some more drafting here on Arena, some more Dominaria United. Thanks for watching, and thanks for subscribing, and if you haven't already, I appreciate it if you do. Anyway, pick one, back one. We've opened a Stronghold Arena, but not the card that you want to open in this format. I do think there are probably some fun scenarios where you want to play this card, but I don't think it's a card that you want to first pick, especially when you have some good choices. Here we have the Knight of Dusk's Shadow, one of the very good 2-drop uncommons in the format. Similarly, we have Vohar, Vodalian Desecrator, and then from there on out, the power level drops immensely. Gonna go ahead and just first pick the Knight of Dusk's Shadow. Been an amazing card every time I've played it. It's just such a good 2-drop. Like way above average. It's not just your normal bear. It has a lot of abilities, all of them relevant, so nice little first pick there, and you know, if one is good, two must be better. Yeah. Don't think there's going to be too much to say about this pack. There are some other good cards, but the second Knight is clearly fantastic. We're passing an Ancient, good card. And then once again, drop off from there. A couple of black dual lands, but yeah. Back-to-back Knight of Dusk's Shadow. And we're getting a third pick Defiler of Dreams. Now, don't get me wrong, this one is certainly not the best. I think the green Defiler is the best. The white one is the worst, and then the Grixis ones are somewhere in between. I would guess that red is maybe second best. This Defiler, the blue one here, might be third, black fourth, and then white last, but I don't know how you pass this for two other cards. One uncommon is missing and one common is missing, so I could see taking the Wingmantle Chaplain perhaps, but then I don't know what the other person took. Anyway, we'll take advantage of the opportunity and get the Defiler here. And that's a really good sign that if the first two people passing to us did not take this blue flyer, we are probably going to see a lot of good blue cards going around. We'll stick with the black cards for now, though, as we're getting a fourth pick, Extinguish the Light. I mean, we might just go full on in blue-black control-y. I do think blue-black is really good. There is a chance we wheel that Vohar that we opened in the initial pack as well. Vivisector's good, Prophecy's good. Let's take the good removal spell here. Okay, and I think Talus Lookout probably makes the cut over Barricade at this point in time. Honestly, we could do a more aggressive style blue-black. Usually with blue-black, you're heavy control. You have a lot of removal, card draw, some counters perhaps, and then you kind of win the game in the long term. But from what we have right now, this could be the old blue-black attack. So I like taking the flyer over the barricade, over the wall. To some extent, the bog looks good too. Timely Interference also looks pretty good here. Timely Interference especially good if we end up getting a bunch of like Tolarian Terrors. And I would not be surprised, maybe not this pack anymore, but in pack 3, when we're once again getting past blue by the people who passed Defiler, we might get a few of them. Let's take that cantrip. Nice, okay. 7th pick Vohar. Shadow Prophecy is easy to pick up, and generally you don't want more than one, maybe, as the life gain is super relevant, or rather the life loss is super relevant. That's a fun one. The World Spell. Not a very good card, but it is fun. I guess we'll just take the Haunting Figment here. Like I said, it looks like we're doing some more of the aggressive blue-black strategy, and the Figment, if nothing else, is a blue permanent card for the Defiler, so... Okay, I'm kind of digging this. Things we're on the hunt for, Tribute to Urborg for sure. That's going to be like our bread and butter removal spell if we can find them. What else? At 3 mana, I actually wouldn't mind picking up a couple of like Barricades or Academy Walls. And then like some Prophecies or whatever. We'll take the Crystal Grotto here, as we don't really need any of these other cards, and maybe some splashing potential opportunities leave themselves available. I'm guessing if we end up splashing a color, it's going to be Uh, white for like wrath / enchantment removal like Prayer of Binding, or most likely green. Sultai is a very common color combination. I'm not really a huge fan of Urtai's Scorn, but Cancel's not like unplayable. Alright, we didn't wheel that other Vohar, notably. Bog's a good wheel though, just in case. Okay. So pretty nice, aggressive blue-black start here as we open our second pack. Opened the namesake uncommon, well, actually, there's a few of them. I guess we have the Vohar as well, but one of the blue-black multicolored cards in the format, the Rona Shoulder's Faithful. This one's not very good. You don't take it early, especially when you have something like Tolarian Geyser in this pack. Yeah, Geyser's just fantastic, especially with what we have. Good tempo, good card draw. Sadly, Weatherlight Completed's not very good. A couple of decent 2-drops, but Geyser might just be the best common in the format, so easy pick there for me. I actually like taking the Territorial Marrow now in this pack over taking the Rona once more. Yeah, this pack is kind of filler. I could also see taking Aggressive Sabotage. I do like Mind Rot in the format, but the Marrow just has so much more upside than the Rona does, and the Rona's not even that important. Nice, nice, nice. A lot of good green here. I think Choking Miasma is probably a little bit better than Terra Sunder at this point. Although I will say, actually, I take that back. From the looks of our deck, the Choking Miasma is not actually going to be all that important. So again, usually blue-black, you're more of a control-y deck. But it looks like we're more of the creature-based deck, like I said, so maybe Choking's not right. Take the Terra Sunder on the splash, take the Phyrexian Espionage, takes the Writhing Necromass. Those all might be better. I'll play it safe and just stick with the good blue-black card, but that might have been wrong. It's possible taking the Terra Sunder was better, as we get a Rager here, an Urg, Spawn of Turg, Monstrous War Leech, and that Prophecy. The Leech is really good if you can get a bunch of Writhing Necromasses and Tolarian Terrors. This turns into like a 4-mana 7/7 or 8/8. But I think Rager is the ideal choice for now. Let's see, Urborg Repossession versus some 3-drops. Whenever you're playing black, and especially if you're planning on playing maybe a potential bit of green, getting at least one Repossession is so, so good. Card is just very hard to beat in a grindy game. This pack's pretty weak. I don't think we're taking Sojourner. We have a Mana Worker. We can play the Negate. I don't care for either of these flyers. They're like okay, but I've actually found Negate to be playable enough. It's a very late Fires of Victory. Is there a chance we play Impede Momentum? Possibly. Although I'd guess pretty unlikely. I guess still the Fires is more likely to be played here. Nice Contaminated Aquifer, nice Soul Tender, Outrider still in the pack, and an Impulse. Can't go wrong with the on-color blue-black land. Alright, and yeah, we wield like the Rona and the Vivisector. Actually, you know what I could do here? I could take the Vivisector, because there was a second Rona that could come back around. That could be better. And like I said, I don't even think Rona's all that good. Yeah, I like taking the 2-drop. And we got the Rona anyways, so there you go. That worked out. Founding the Third Path. We could play that. I have seen decks where it's worthwhile. I don't think this deck is currently there. Okay, Warleech on the wheel is also fine. Again, I don't know if this is going to be played currently, but it has potential if we end up getting, like I said, some of those big top-end cards like the Necromass or the Terror. We're on the search for at least like one green duel, mainly for repossession. There's still a chance I'm just going to cut the Marrow. I almost don't run Minding the Scorn in this deck. The only problem with running like counters is that when you have 2 Night of Dusk's Shadow and you like don't pump one for a turn, It's very clear that you have something, though frequently they can't play around it anyways. Pretty sad open here for us. Temporal Firestorm. Very good rare. Clearly double red is not something we can really afford to do right now, so... I'm going to take one of these blue or black cards. Sunlit Marsh has a little bit of utility for Geyser, but that's not going to be the choice. Creature count right now is 10, so the Necromass is like okay, but not great. Kind of like taking the Bone Splinters here, honestly. Though I guess Bone Splinters, when I don't have that many creatures, also doesn't appear that good. Another Espionage here versus like a Tide Turner. How good is a Tide Turner in our deck? Doesn't look that great. It's a blue permanent for Defiler, but Espionage seems better. There we go. Man, that would be our first Tribute to Terra, but it's... Or, sorry, Tribute to Urborg, but it's in the pack with a Terror and a Rager. Pretty unfortunate. We're up to 8 total instants and sorceries if I want to take the Terror. What's my removal like otherwise? Bone Splinters, Bounce, Extinguish. So yeah, I don't actually have that much removal. But, man, this sucks. We want all 3 of these cards, and they're just all in the same pack. Kind of unfortunate. That sucks. I'm gonna take the Tribute. I need the removal. Another Monstrous Warleech. Gosh, now I wish I had taken the Terror. Because that would be our second Warleech. I guess I might have to play them and just take every Necromass I see from here on out. Another Tribute's good over Scatter, I think. Yeah, with double Warleeches, we really... Oh, man, we're passing a Mire, too. We want that Mire for repossession, but again, our Tribute's just a little bit too good here, I think. Another Rager, another Geyser. Wow. We're at 21 playables. My removal quality's just gone up, but my creature quality has kind of stayed the same. I'm going to take the Rager here over Geyser number 2. Bunch of Strength of the Coalitions going around. 2-mana 2/3 Menace with random upside. With 2 Ragers especially, this isn't that bad. It's a little bit filler, but we do need another playable or 2. Man, another Tribute. Yeah, we got 3 Tributes this pack. So maybe I am just going to cut the Bone Splints now. Soul Tender and Barricade also pretty darn good. Okay, these are the wheels. So I don't expect to get too much back. A lot of Shield Wall Sentinels going around, but there weren't much to do with that. Wasn't much to do with that. Yeah. I don't know. It looks like we have a really solid deck. But it's missing 1 or 2 top-end cards. Perhaps. Another Crystal Grotto. Do we want to run 2 of those? And an Essence Scatter wheel. Holy crap. Huh. I wonder if the Crystal Grottos are worth it for the Urborg repossession. I'm worried about these Monstrous Warleeches. 4-mana 3/3s don't seem very good. You know? Can probably cut the Timely out of this list too. Although, I guess, well, Timely's really good for triple Tribute, I will say that. But we still have 10 instants and sorceries, so it's not like they're going to be bad or anything. Could throw in the Marrow still. This is kind of tough. This is probably fine like this. Usually, I'm guessing we're going to be kicking these, so they're 4-mana removal spells. Espionages we might just cast on 3. Ah, damn, 2 War Leeches and not enough top end for them. That should be fine, though. Okay, let's see. So, Aquifer for sure. Bog gives us access to the Atrocity Kicker, but I don't think that's as good as just running like 2 Grottos. Because we're just straight up 2 color, we shouldn't have a huge problem running 2 Grottos. I would hope. Right? That's 7 blue, 7 black, the 1 blue black, so 8 of each and then 2 Grottos. I think that's okay. These are mainly for the repossession kicker and not the anything else, but I kind of like that. Okay. If these War Leeches were Tolarian Terrors, I think this would be a very easy 7-win deck. As it is, we'll have to see. But I think this deck has enough good removal and interaction that we should be able to do pretty well overall. I don't know. Stay tuned to find out. Round 1 fight. And looks pretty good. We'll see if we can stabilize on the draw here, but it is a great looking hand. Turn 1 Forest. Alright, so it's going to be the red-green aggro deck. I think what I'm going to do is play out the knight and plan on blocking if they attack. I will take that trade. Okay, that's fine. Now we're gonna, I think here, sit back. Play the Grotto Scry. We don't need another island. I would probably keep Swamp on top. Hoping to scatter something here. But not another Gardener. Another Swamp is good. Go Vohar and pass. Keep up the scatter. Zar Ojanen. Yep, that'll be good enough. And we still have Extinguish for another fatty that they might cast later. We're hoping they play something small here and we get to Espionage. Double Leech now. Let's go looting. Kick the Leech or Espionage? I guess we'll kick the Leech and see if we can make this something big. We milled our Repossession, but we do have Vohar with Repossession, so that's not the worst. But that Leech was a 4-mana 2/2. Yeah, no blocks for now. What is going on? Just mono Gardeners. 1 card in their hand. Alright, so we're gonna fire off this Espionage. Get that last card and just leave them with a bunch of random Death Touchers. Seems good to me. Maybe they have like a pump effect in their hand that they're gonna use in response. Or bite down, sure. There's Defiler. I'll go ahead and offer the trade, which I assume they'll take. Oh, I'm actually surprised they didn't. Sure. Okay, let's just get the flyer online and pass. They're living off the top deck, so we should be fine here since we still have so much action in our hand. Still racing. Okay. No blocks. Okay, Do they draw like a lightning strike or something? That'd be pretty sad if they top deck something good. Okay, well, we drew a negate, so that was great. So what I'm going to do here is attack for 4 and pass. And then what I can do is extinguish one of the gardeners. That's going to turn my leech into a 4/4, which I can trade with the sentry. And I get to hold up negate in the process. Good. Ooh, that was an unfortunate draw. What the heck? What a weird splash card. Jeez. That's pretty cute. Okay. Get the sentry, play the sentry, yeah. Alright, well, let's just play out another 4/4 and pass, I guess. Go to 8. Gold red. Not Shodred, Rona. Let's lead with Rager. Go to 7, draw a card. I'm gonna sit back for now. Although I guess I could play Rona, go to 5 and hold open the gate. Yeah, that's actually okay. We're gonna get to draw an extra card there anyways, and then we can gain 3 life with the geyser. If their gardeners attack, we can just block with Rager and Rona. Yep. We don't care about that. Land and pass. Alright, so let's go. Bounce sentry, gain 3 life, draw a card. Smacking for 4 flying. And I'm just gonna go land pass. I think we really just want to keep open negate. We don't care about these random creatures that they're playing, for the most part. There we go. How many tributes do we have in the deck? It's about time we found one. Alright, let's kill the sentry. Play Rager, hold open the gate. And that should do her. I can start holding lands for Rona, but I think our deck does want all the mana sources. Well, I thought we were going to be the aggressors, but the opponent went on the offensive, so we had to play a little bit defensively, but we were able to grind them out pretty well. Good stuff. Alright, 1-0. Game 2, we go. It looks like a very good hand. Again, our deck is just super solid cards. I think we're just missing 1 or 2 good win cons. Like, I took a tribute over Tolarian Terror in pack 3. I think it made sense at the time, but going back now, I kind of wish we had the Terror over, I guess, tribute number, like, what? I don't know what tribute it was at the time, though. It might have been the 1st or 2nd tribute, and then we ended up picking up 3. I'm gonna cycle a Timely Interference there. Jeskai. Let's loot. We could just discard the Rona. Although I guess I have a decent curve of Rager into Rona. I'm okay discarding the Espionage there. I don't really mind them scattering this either. Discarding the Espionage also pumped up our tribute, so they have a... They have a 3-power creature, we can kill that instead. Oh, negate. I might want to keep the negate. Okay. I don't love it, but I'm going to discard the repossession and play out the Rona. Tolarian Terror is their first play. Yeah, that's good. Let's loot and see if we can find an untapped land. If not, we can attack with the Rona, see if they block. Go for Tribute. Unkicked. Hoping to draw an untapped land here still to hold up negate. Alright, that'll work. Yep, take it. That's the big follow-up. Haunting Figment. Let's loot again. As awkward as it is, I'm going to discard Tolarian Geyser, I think. Drains them for 1. Increases our tribute. Okay, I'm happy with the trade if that's what happens here. I think we just sit back for now. I'm not in a rush for any reason. I don't know if they can keep attacking still, and if they do, I'm fine with it. So we're gonna let them attack. See what they do. If they do nothing, I'll go for Tribute Kick to end of turn. And assume there's gonna be like a shore up in my future. And then if they do have shore up, we can extinguish it on our turn. Oh, heroic charge to give it more toughness. Cute. Okay. No rush. I'll just attack with the Rona. We actually just drain them out in 2 turns at this rate. Like, now I don't even need to do anything again. I don't need to main phase kill that Tolarian Terror for any reason. Bohar discard. Instant or sorcery drains for 1. Casting an instant or sorcery drains them for 1 with the Rona. So we can sit back, see if they do something relevant, negate it if they do. Alright, loot in response. Discard a 4-mana 3/3. Definitely negate here. With them only having 1 card left. This just makes sense. Still attacking, though, is kind of crazy. Okay. Back to 3. Destroy evil is their big play. Okay. Well, in response to that, we can just drain for 1, or not drain for 1, ping for 1 with Rona. And then sit back and be merry. Sure. 19 cards left. We can go Defiler. I guess it shouldn't be too bad to go and pay life for Figment, because they're on the top deck and we can just block. That's fine. I wouldn't go down to 3, but I think going down to 5 is okay. That's fine. Alright. They can't even attack. Too risky, but doesn't matter. We go kill that. And they are dead. Alright, blue-black control working pretty well here. Grinding out some fools. Nice little 2-0 start. See if we can get the goods. Move on to game number 3. I don't know if we've won a die roll yet, sadly. Turn 1, walking. Uh-oh. So this is going to be a matchup where... Wait, what? Now I'm confused. I was gonna say, this is a matchup where we were gonna wish we had that choking miasma, but now they're playing a 3-2? I guess I'm gonna scry this turn. I'll keep that. I'll just... Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna play out the Vivisector. If they want to trade Toxic for Vivisector, I'm happy to do so, but now that I decided to do this, I should have actually, that's fine. I should have actually not played my Scry land, because I'm kind of wasting a Scry. Am I gonna take 5? They're gonna animate their walking? Oh, Raven Man! That could be worth killing off the bat. Let's see. Yeah, shoot. I wonder if they're mono black for real. They might just hit me for 6 this turn is the biggest problem now. It's not very efficient on my mana to have done this. Oh. I see. So we need to draw a land to extinguish the barricade now. Perfect. Rager trades for Abomination, but they might hit me for 7 with Bulwark this turn. Yeah. So I take 7, I go to 6. I extinguish the walking, go back up to 9, and now we're stable. That's good. That's, well, good for us to see. Ah, this is unfortunate. I'm not gonna kick it. But, I don't get to hold up Essence Scatter or Negate after I play Leech. And if I play Knight, I do get to hold these open, but then they get to attack me, so... Hopefully I don't end up regretting this, but I think that was my play. It's a good draw. Killing the barricade's a little bit risky. I think I'm just gonna pass here and see what they do. Obviously I have to block. Alright, in response to them killing the token, we're tributing it for 4. Alright, that's fine. Perfect. Alright, so now we can turn the corner here. And I actually like attacking for 4, and if they double block, I'll kill the barricade. I'll play Lookout, holding both Negate and Scatter open. I don't mind if they attack me for 2. We're safe on all fronts from these two. Yep. Scattered Apparition. Good enough. Very good draw. Alright, smack in for 7. Let's play Knight and pass. Nice, let's go! Man. We might not have the greatest win cons, but our control-y aspects are just really doing their job. Feels good to have removal, I will say that. A lot of times I draft a lot of good cards, but then don't have removal. This time we just have a lot of good cards and a lot of removal. Let's go, let's go. Let's go, 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 go! On the play! Nice hand. Scatter's awkward here, but otherwise pretty good. Actually, Scatter might not be awkward with only one black source. Because if we draw a couple, like one more island, we can pump once and still hold open Negate, you know? Okay, being on the play here is going to be the clutch. Nice little geyser here for tempo too. Yeah, we can bounce the Kavu and smash. I'll block if they attack. For sure. Let's bounce. Hope to draw land. Did not. Yeah, we really just need to find some more lands. We'll be good. Good. I'm gonna go for the tribute and hope they don't have shore up. Excellent. Do they want to take the trade now? They do not. So now tribute is for 4. It's fine. I take 2. How do we want to play this? Kind of like playing the Knight and holding up both Scatter and Tribute here. Okay, that's fine. Take this trade. If I pump, I make them pump their red. But I think we'd rather just pass. See if they play a 2-drop instead now that I can scatter. Good draw. Get the Rona online. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should have just pumped instead and they wouldn't be able to do anything with 1 mana left. They still have 5 cards in their hand, so I probably should have just stopped them from playing their scatter. It's fine. And I guess I'm supposed to kick this. We can technically make it a 5/5. We hit our Defiler. We just hit another Leech, though. I'm not gonna play the land for Tribute, because we want the extra land for Rona casting. Jeez, okay. I will say, not killing that Figment has ended up costing me a lot of life. They play a 1/1 flyer out this turn. Sure. 2 cards left in their hand. I'm probably gonna die with this tribute in my hand, looking for a better target and never killing that Figment. So they have like a Furious Bellow. If we had one more black, we could blow them out so badly. I guess I'm actually just gonna take this. Maybe I die to Furious Bellow plus like Twinferno, but we can make a better play next turn, I think. We need to go for the kill. They don't have lethal on the board. It's really scary for them to block this. Alright. I think they have Bellow in their hand. Or something. We'll find out. If they had Lightning Strike, they would have just let this resolve and not done anything. It is totally the Bellow. Got him. Oh, they also drew the shore up. Okay, well then it didn't matter. Good beats. So let's see. I took like literally 12 damage from that Haunting Figment because I never used Tribute on it. And then I made that mistake of not pumping my Knight that one turn. Because again, if I pump my Knight there, and they have to pump their Kavu, they have only 1 mana, so they can't cast anything that turn cycle anyways. So I made a few mistakes that... I don't necessarily think holding on to the Tribute was wrong, but man, I let that Figment hit me for infinite damage. It was really the pump on the Knight that one turn that might have cost us. GG's. Alright, 3-1, on to game 5. On the draw here. Good enough hand, for sure. Hey, turn 3 Rager, everybody's favorite. I'm gonna guess they're probably on Domain, but they could be on Sultai. Value? I don't think we need to hold open Scatter. It's probably just better to curve out for a little while. Their scary creatures are generally going to be... Oh, we'll see what colors they are for sure, but... Their scarier creatures are not going to be cast until later, so... I think I just like running out my creatures here, especially. And this is perfect. Okay. Let's just attack. I don't care if they trade with the Vivisector now. That's good enough. I'm just gonna pass here. Holding up Scatter, I think, is good. Them playing Espionage is also fine. We will just play our 2-3. Pass, holding up Negate and Scatter. And from here on out, hopefully we can just tempo them out. I'm actually going to let that one resolve, because we can tribute it. Although that might have given them another land that they needed. Gonna use Gaia's Might here? That's okay too. Sure. Go regular Espionage. Nice. Yes. Pass. I'm playing very passively. But if they're not doing anything, this is fine for us. Yeah, they're just going 8 cards pass. Oh. They're for sure on Domain and just missing a bunch, huh? Alright, let's go ahead and kick this. Since we have Repossession. Want to make this as big as we can. We even milled a Rona for good value. Nice. And that should be game over. Yeah. Rager, Knight, hold up negate, say good luck. They need like a drag to the bottom, but then we get them anyways. See if they have it. Well, they can't have that many things that save them here. Alright, that's fine. Sure. GG's. Nice. Alright. That was more a showcase of blue-black attack for sure. And a nice little 4-1 start. Might have punted that one loss too. Definitely made a few mistakes. But this is rolling a lot better than I expected without having any like Tolarian tears or whatever. How do we look here as we move into our next game? Decent little curve out. So we'll just go Knight into Atrocity into maybe a 4-drop, depending on what we see. Okay, Knight of Dusk Shadow here, obviously going to be a little bit good as the opponent already has some incidental life gain. We're never blocking here. Oh, they scryed and then they milled. Whoopsies. I'm not blocking with the Knight, so let's just get in for 2 and then we'll play Rager. Try to find a 4th land. Perfect. So I think I'm going to trade with the Soul Tender if they attack with both. Just to preserve life. And then we can play the Leech as a 4 or 3/3 next turn if we want to. Unless we want to just run out the Ellis. Oh, sorry, the Rona. They ran out the Ellis. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Attack for 2. Play out Rona. If they want to kill it, that's okay. I will take a little bit of damage, but again, I don't really want to be trading my Knight off anyways. No attacks. We also like that. So definitely attacking with the Knight. I guess we'll just get aggressive. Yep, I'm fine with this trade. And we will go ahead and kick our Leech here. Looks like they have a Artillery Blast, or maybe they're just going to use the Soul Hurt. No, they have a Soul Herder. Hey, we hit our 5-drop, so we turned the Leech into a 5/5. Very nice. Yeah, they're just going to get back Ellis. Good. Remember, we do have 2 Grottos in the deck, so we can eventually kick this and the Urborg Repossession if we wait long enough. I think now, if they play Ellis, we just extinguish it and smash. Because they're going to fall to 12 here. They're really going to want to play something that can block the Leech this turn. Perfect. Okay, so we get to go extinguish this. I gain 3 life. Not doing anything else with the 2 mana, so we might as well pump. Smack for 8. And we're going to hold lands from here on out for Rona unless we draw the Grotto. Bunch of tokens, huh? Alright, attack with both. So they get 3 scries here. Oh, they liked it. Okay. I don't know what that means, but we're just going to run out another 5/5. Oh, just repossession back Ellis. See, look at all this life gain that they've lost out on because of the Knight of Dusk Shadow. It's been crazy. Fantastic draw. Alright, well this is lethal if they don't have anything, so we're gonna go for it. Nice. Woo, let's go. 5-1 now? Maybe my concern was ill-placed. I was afraid we didn't have enough win cons, but I guess if you kill all of your opponent's creatures, you don't really need a big creature to kill them. You just beat them down with 2/2s and whatnot. Although I had 2 5/5 that game, but you know what I mean. Batter up. Ooh, on the draw again, man. I feel like we've been on the draw the vast majority of the time here. Although that might even be better for our deck since we have so much removal. Yeah, we've been on the draw 6 of 7 times, it looks like. I'm gonna go ahead and run out the Knight on turn 2. Could hold up the Scatter for something like Cavalier on turn 3, but I'm okay with this. Vanguard, sure. We want the second swamp, sadly, for Rona. I'm gonna pass and trade if they offer, since we have the repossession in our hand. So if we block, trade, and then scatter, we'll have priority with the Rona on the battlefield versus nothing. It would suck if they played Captain's Call here. Nice. Alright. Swamp, Rona. Even though we didn't really want to top a swamp, we have the Espionage in hand, so... hopefully if we can find a couple more spells, then the potential flood out here is not too problematic. I think they missed a land drop too, didn't they? So this Espionage should make them discard a spell. Perfect. So we need to find some of our tributes now. We have 2 instants in the graveyard, or 2 instants / sorceries in the graveyard, so... versus red-white especially, if you can just clear out their board, they have such a hard time. We're pleased with that. Baird's bad. Let's go with Leech plus Vivisector this turn. The Defiler just trades with the Warbrute, so it's better to double spell here. If they have another removal spell or a trick this turn, we're gonna have a problem. Yep. I'm just gonna single block. I could double block and soak up 1 trample, but it's so risky if they had anything, which... I guess got lucky they didn't have anything. Just a flyer? Okay, 1 card left in their hand. And once again, at this point, we'll start holding lands for Sholdred, but since we have Repossession, I wanted to run out another land so we can kick Repossession with 4 mana and then potentially play out another 4-drop. Nice, and now they're Hellbent. Okay. So... let's get back Knight and Leech. Play the Knight. Yeah, I could play the land so I could pump the knight here, but again, with Rona, I think we want to wait. They're gonna need to draw, like, charge. If they draw charge, we're gonna be in a bad spot, though. For sure. Let's just run out the... No. Wait. I guess the leech, and I will run out of land so I can hold up Extinguish. And then we can Rona next turn. What does this Faith Bonder attack mean? Because we just put our War Leech here. Nice. Alright, we gain 3, then take 4. They do get an extra token from Baird. Four, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Alright, so we do force a chump. Fantastic. Nice. Alright, the more creatures we get off the battlefield on their side of things, the better it is for us, right? So now I can just play out the Rager. I don't even need to run out the Rona. Actually, I'm at 14. Yeah, we can go to 12 now. Just put them dead next turn. Now that they've traded off all their creatures, we don't really mind if they draw Heroic Charge. It's going to be too late. Too little too late. And that should do her. Kill the Phalanx. Ping for 1. Smack with everything. Bada boom, bada bing, baby. I don't even think I need to pump, right? No, don't even need to. Excellent. Yes! Yes, yes, yes. Feels good, man. Feels good to win, let me tell ya. I will say, we are above 60% win rate now. I've been improving steadily. Slowly but steadily. I think we're actually pushing 61% win rate now, which... still lower than my overall average, but closer. Alright, we will be on the play here for game number 8. And is great if it can find one more land. A couple of 2-drops, Scatter, Rager. And there's the lands. I guess we're going to lead on Figment. Because we don't mind trading the Figment away. Although it looks like we don't even have to worry about that. Alright, a little curve out here. Next turn I can go Vivisector plus Scatter. If they just do nothing again next turn, oh baby. Or like just play a Vine Wall and another tap land. This is a very important turn for them, I feel like. 3-2? We're fine with that as well, because it doesn't just straight up block my creatures, it just trades. So we play Vivisector, attack for 4. Damn. Oh, I forgot to play the Vivisector! Alright, well, lost some scry there. Got too excited about the Extinguish draw. There's the scat. Huh? Well, we would have kept the lookout on top. So we can play the Warleech kicked, and it's going to be baseline 3-3, or we can play the 3-2 flyer, and I think I know what I want. I think our number 1 draw at this point would be Negate, assuming they don't Firestorm me here. So, no shore ups, please. No? Oh, they... They might still just have Shore Up in their hand. Yeah, I think I'm just going to attack out with the Lookout and then kick the War Leech. That seems alright. Hey, look what we hit. We hit the Defiler, so... got our bad boy up to a 5. Nice! Let's go! Well, they must not have had much in their hand, and I guess Blue-Black Curve outdid it. Oh, no, not nice! Nice +1! We are nice +1, but that felt good, let me tell you. So, I guess even without some top-end win cons, turns out if you just have a lot of good, cheap interaction, good value cards, deck does some things. But yeah, triple Tribute, Geyser, Scatter, Extinguish, and then a bunch of value creatures. Like, almost all of our creatures do something. They're not just vanilla, you know? Alright, that's how we do it. Feels good, 7-1. Blue-black attack, as I like to say. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did and you're not already subscribed, appreciate it if you subscribe. Hit that little bell icon and diddly-dangly and who's a what's it? Whatever the YouTube memes are. We'll see you back tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Peace out.